Gonna be breaking down another online rank match as I am going to be continuing using the toxic play that I recently broke down to you guys in my recent video. I'm going to be doing it with one of the worst teams, that's Patriots, and of course, what else is better than to showcase it against one of the best teams in the game, and that's Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm not just going to showcase offense, I'm going to showcase a little bit of defense. I like to run the dollar defense when it comes to 5 wide. My opponent ran 5 wide the entire first drive of this game, which I'm fine with. But when you play good teams with not the best pass rushing defensive line, you don't want to be running this defense. But I decided to do it just to see what he likes to do. And of course, like I said, he stayed in 5 wide, very effective, and he was very dominant with this 5 wide scheme that he was doing. So, like I said, breaking down, just telling you guys what I'm doing in general. But the main focus of today's video is focusing on what I showcased in my recent video, the toxic abusive play. Now, of course, I gave up points starting out the game. Right here, I'm running the RPO, and I miss receiver. Then I throw the hitch route, drop pass. It's expected. I'm using a terrible team. 4th and 5, cornerback is able to play the hitch. He jumps the route, and I throw an interception. So I started off bad. Like I said, the only way this play is stopped is user mistakes. But overall, all my games I'll start off bad. That's just how it goes. Anyways, I do get the ball back as my opponent sticks in 5 wide. I baited him with the cover 3 cloud over, so I had a hard flat and shifted my safety over top. So I wanted him to throw the streak, which he does, and that's why he ends up throwing the pick. So I get the ball right back. Anyways, here it is, breaking it down once again. The basic gun bunch open offset look, just the RPO alert play. Man blitz, you guys can clearly see it based off the alignment. Once again, I'm showcasing how you guys can read defense as well. I mean, it's pretty much given. You do that hitch route and just enough time to hit it every time it's open. Then my opponent goes to like a cover 3 look, but he starts to base align his defense, which was taking his players away from this. So this is why it's very wide open. So throughout this game, my opponent is trying to figure out what to do. So he goes back to, flipping the play, base aligning, and I'm catching him off guard by doing quick hikes. So you guys seen he was just with a strong safety using, and then he switches to the D-line. So I end up throwing to the right because he ends up flipping his play, taking the slot DB from the right to the left side. And right here, I don't know why this is still in the game. For some reason, you can still play Kansas City as if they have home field advantage. And it comes to the point where you try to audible, you can't hear. So I don't know why this is still in the game, even though that mechanic was pretty much taken out. It is what it is on that. Anyways, he goes to base line once again. The play is flipped, presses his DBs. So at this point, he's trying to disguise his look. So I flip to the bubble screen route. As you guys saw, my very inside slot receiver is doing the bubble route. And this is what you want to do when you see press by the outside DB. This way, the 2 receivers on the outside has a better chance blocking the outside DB. If I'd done the other screen play, which is the outside receiver coming back for a screen pass, then this would probably get picked off. So I end up hitting him, able to pick up easy yardage. Like I said, this play can be easy touchdowns or easy, grind, chewing clock type of offense. Right here, he shifts his line to the left. I'm just going to still hand off the ball and run to the left because, like I said before in my recent video, the blocking is, for some odd reason, amazing out of this play. So right here, I put a streak on my left receiver just in case if he breaks free, which I'm expecting because, he has press, all-out blitz defense. So usually when that's the case, I'm going to throw deep. And, when I feel pressure like this, I expect my guys to block based off my blocking adjustments. So I beat press, and I'm so used to throwing this because college football 25, this is always money. But of course in Madden they always give me this freaking jump catch animation when I should just catch in stride. I drop the ball. Continuing on, as you guys see here, I'm trying to make an audible, and clearly I can't audible, which is mad annoying. So I just keep doing it until I'm able to. This is pretty much a cover one look. So I'm going to put a streak on the left receiver. And you guys see who my opponent was using. It's like he wants to go cover that hitch route that I've been hitting him. But because of that, I'm going to end up putting the running back on the route. And that's who I throw it to for a short, quick pickup game for a first down. Then he goes to a 3-3-5 defense. And this is just gaps. I can either throw it to the right or just run. I like to run the ball. He overshoots. He's trying to switch off. Back to a cover one defense. He shifts his line to the left. I go back to the flood look. He presses his defense. Put a hitch route on the left side. And then put my running back on a streak. This time I actually put square on a streak because I was expecting the DB to full on press, but it was a cover 3 look. But he puts 2 QB spies, and this is where I take advantage when people play what I call fag defense. And I just wait until somebody gets open, reroute certain receivers, playmaker them up, and boom, easy touchdowns. So it's like at this point my opponent has no idea on how to stop me, which he pretty much can't. Like I said, you only can stop me if I make a user mistake. Now, I ran this defense back to the pass defense, and come to find out, I got to start getting 4 people blitzing my opponent, so I switched to the nickel defense, even though I don't want to, but he was continuing to do the 5 wide look. It's the only way I can get somewhat decent pressure, and with the mix-up of just adjustments and what I'm going to be doing on defense would throw off my opponent's reads, so I have to give him different looks. Right here, almost got a lurk user interception, knocked the ball loose. And I'm sitting in cover 3 cloud the whole time. It's just I'm readjusting certain players. Like on this play, I manned up the 2 receivers on the right. I'm going to manually guard the inside slot. And then I manned up Kelsey, the left slot receiver. And then because of that, he thinks he can take off. Now, he could have took off when I was in the dollar defense, but when I was in nickel with 4 down linemen, I'm able to get better pressure. So same thing, I manned up on the right side. Now this time I manned up my strong safety with the slot receiver on the very inside, the one I'm covering, and I'm just going to lurk the middle of the field. So I gave him a different read. He's going to throw it short. Now 4th and 15, he thinks he can get the first down, but he's not. I switched my cover 3 cloud to a cover 2. Instead of him taking points, which he should have, you can't risk it. So at this point, I know he's going to try to hit a hitch route. So I'm lurking far inside with the slot DB just to make him throw to the slot. Now, I know he's going to throw there because I gave a big look with a big cushion, right? So I'm expecting a hitch route. I go to play it, but for some reason I decided to go up. But thank God my cloud flat that I had playing to the sticks is able to get there in time, knock the ball loose. So that was a big stop that I needed before first half came to the end because I get ball second half. Now check this out. He's in pass defense clearly. I went back to RPO. Now every time I do this with a couple of seconds before half, I always run the ball because people always play pass. And when you do this, you can get moments like this. So look at this, 4 guys in the way. I just do one simple juke. Got great blocking from my right side. I always do this. I always juke to the right, and then because of that, I can break free. So this is very devastating when people, think they can play safe, but when they play a play like this that's very broken and very hard to stop, you can get moments like this on offense. Makes things easier. So heading into second half was great because it changed my mindset. Because initially I was going to go in second half, just pretty much chew the entire second half until I get in field goal range to win the game that way. But now I can just sit with more easier time and just pick up chunks and just run out the game. But I still mix it up then and there. He ran 2-man under. Now he switches his defense completely to 2-man under. And look, I'm still throwing hitch routes. It don't matter who's playing man. The hitch route is always open on man defense. Back to 2-man under. He puts a QB spy. I left square that I usually put on a hitch. I left him on the in route. Boom, throwing a dot pass. So he literally sat in this. So now he's bringing this free safety down. So this is another thing. When people start to use the safeties, it makes things easier. If they're going to use them, you can just reroute certain players, throw over top. You just got to figure out who they're going to be using. But this time he brings both down. So I end up putting my far inside slot receiver on the right side that runs a post corner on a slant. And then I left the streak on the right so that he has to physically play because he has to pick and choose at this point. X gets wide open because of that. And yeah, it's just simple basic reads that I make very quickly. I'm so used to it. Then the audibles is trying to adjust. A quick snap. And then making simple read. Just going to hand it off. Get a few yards. Don't have to risk anything. Don't have to score quickly because I have the lead. Right here he tries to play the screen route. I'm just going to hand off the ball again. Because I have the lead, I'm not worried about scoring because I'm in field goal range. I can just get the easy points. Now right here, I was expecting the square to keep running. So good thing I got hit when I threw the ball because that would have been an interception because my receiver stopped. So I got kind of bailed out there, which, I was able to settle for a field goal. That's what I wanted to do. All I got to do now is make them waste time, work the field, and shoot clock. Now I went back and played nickel. I done cover 3 cloud over. Now I wanted to get his inside slot receiver that I'm covering wide open. Because I know if I can get a hit stick off against a scrawny receiver that he throws it to, that's an automatic forced fumble. And that's what happens. Throws it to Hardman, boom, hit stick. Knocked the ball loose, and that was the game. So, I have different ways just based off the situation how I'm going to play. But I figure I showcase how, I make my reads and everything. How broken the play is, how abusive it is and toxic. That you can easily dominate a game just by making simple reads. Anyways, I'm probably going to do a few more. Just depends. Whenever I get this video out, it might be the last one because, once again, focusing on Maximum Football, which is going to be released on the 7th. I'm probably going to be live streaming all day on the 6th. But for the most part, I'm live streaming every single day once Maximum Football drops. Because that's the new era of gaming. It's time to move on from EA Sports to Maximum Football and actually support that company and their product because it's a new wave of football gaming. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. It is possible to win once again with the toxic play that I showcased with the RPO with any team. And look, I've done it with one of the worst teams going up against the best teams in the game. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Peace.